Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back.
What's up? Welcome back to Two Bros and a Beard. My name is Ibrahim.
And my name is Asad. Happy New Year's. Happy Merry Holidays.
Merry Holidays.
Christmas. Hanukkah.
New Year's. Next year's.
Diwali.
Sure.
Winter solstice.
Sure.
What else?
Didn't know we had all of that in like past 2 weeks.
Nah, it's really just happy holidays now.
Yeah.
It's kind of dumbed down. I hope everybody had a great last couple of weeks and a good ending to 2021. I know I didn't.
Yeah.
It was a very meh ending, but we'll get into that later.
2021 and now 2022. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Weren't we just in 2020 and like Corona just started and like everything? I feel like it just started.
Yeah.
I feel like the past 2 years don't count in my life because I didn't feel it.
Well, that's what everyone's saying. They're like, I didn't even get to really process 2020.
Yeah.
And we're already in 2022. Like you blink and now you're in 2025.
I just remember like big events like 2020, senior year, finished halfway through my spring break. The world ended. A classmate died, and then somehow we're now here. I don't even remember anything else that happened. I started college, I guess, but I don't really know what else like happened.
The last couple of years feel like movies, the time jumps between sequels. It's just like, oh, now we're here.
Now he's in the city, and now he's outside the city, and now he's dead.
Now he doesn't have it on.
Yeah, like it's just jumping around. I have no clue what's going on.
But it's been an interesting last couple of holidays. We did a Secret Santa thing. Still haven't actually exchanged the gifts as of January 7th.
Granted, it's because like we tried to wait for people to come back from like their trips and holidays and stuff, and then some people had like issues with like their orders, so it's not gonna come for a while, and then half the world died because Thanos snapped and Omicron came back.
It's been a lot. It's been complicated the last couple of weeks, and it's definitely I don't really care. Like if I get the gift later, it doesn't matter. I just think it's funny. Like I just think it's really funny that we did the thing for Christmas, and 2 weeks after Christmas, it's still not.
Yeah, I mean that seems right for us, to be honest. Like it makes sense in our friend group. Like none of that will work out. That makes sense.
We didn't really do anything. I didn't do anything for New Year's. Me and my family just watched Dune.
Nice.
Because I watched it, but I missed a lot, so I watched it again. They watched it. And then 2 minutes before midnight, the movie finished, and then we just kind of did a little mini celebration.
Nice.
What about you?
I did so much for New Year's, bro. Let me tell you, all right? Let me tell you. New Year's and New Year's Day. You ready? I'm about to blow your mind. Because, it's whatever. I was in my room 2 minutes before New Year's. And I stayed in my room for the next week because I got COVID. Yes. Yeah, no, I did nothing for New Year's or half of anytime after Christmas. I think the day I got exposed, I guess is the word. Was I think a day or two after Christmas, and then after that I was just in my room for a week and a half. And so New Year's, I literally sat in my room. New Year's happened, and I was like, "Oh, it's New Year's. Okay, moving on." And I just went back to the YouTube video or whatever the heck I was doing. And I was like, "Okay, cool." And my family was downstairs. They're like, "Oh, Happy New Year's." Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
And then I just left. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I think one person in our group chat said Happy New Year's, and then everyone else started trickling in.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess it's New Year's. I don't really feel like it. And I thought there was fireworks outside, but I didn't hear
a single one.
I thought I heard, but had no clue if I was just going crazy and the headaches are getting worse, or my sickness is about to kill me or something. But I was like, okay, cool, I guess. And then just moved on in life.
I think, yeah, even for me, I think it was kind of like another day. A lot of my friends, they were like, I went to bed at 11.
Yeah.
I was tired. I was like, but it's New Year's. And they were like, yeah.
So?
Anyway.
New Year, same stuff.
All right. But, so, how did you actually get exposed without going into too much detail?
Dude, honestly, I have no clue. So me and my family, when I figured out that I got tested positive for the Rona, it was really weird because I didn't really do anything. When I went outside once to hang out with our friend group, right? And then maybe 5 days later, I went to a wedding. But the wedding, everyone had masks on for majority of it until we ate. And then after the wedding for like 2 or 3 days, I didn't really go outside. So the majority of the time I was at home except for 2 events, right? And then everyone started thinking like maybe it was our friends, maybe it was the wedding. No one really knows. But the first couple days, I took a rapid test and I got negative. So I was like, oh, I mean, maybe it's just the flu because everyone nowadays has the flu. Oh well, whatever. And I was like, maybe, but this flu feels a little different because I've gotten the flu before, but like this one's hitting. Like my eyeballs were hurting at one point.
Oh god.
Like I'll tell you a story about my eyeballs in a bit, but like it felt really like weird. And so my family just considered it the flu because my PCR didn't come back in yet. And then the night before my PCR came back, my mom was on the phone with with her sister, my aunt, and her husband. And her husband's a doctor, right? And so she was just like kind of talking like, yeah, I'm sick right now, blah, blah, blah. And she was explaining my symptoms to the doctor uncle. And
the drunkle.
Sure. And he goes, wait, he has a headache and like the back of his eyeballs hurt. And it was really weird.
That's how you describe it? Like the back of your eyeballs?
Yeah. It's like if you crunch up your hand right here, like this part right here, like my thumb is like the back of my eyeballs. This whole thing hurt. Like it was like sore. My mom would walk into my room and turn on the lights. I'm like, turn that back off. And like I would just any light, any phone, anything, I would just close my eyes. Like I went for a day and a half blind essentially.
Did it like hurt when you looked to the edges of?
Yeah, like it was like a migraine technically, but I've never been like what's the word?
Headache prone?
No one ever told me like I actually get migraines. It's just like headaches most of the time. But it felt like a really strong headache. So my mom was like, maybe it's like a migraine because that happens. Blah blah blah. And then when she told the drunkle that I had like the back of the eyeball headache and stuff like that, he goes, yeah, some like the new variant or something gives like really bad headaches and the back of your eyeballs start hurting a little bit. And it felt like it was sore. It didn't hurt, but it felt like my eyeballs were sore. So when I went to sleep, it'll be in the middle of the day. It'll be like 3 p.m. The sun's out. My window was like it's too bright, bro. I had one blanket on and then a different blanket just like sitting next to me. I would take the blanket and like fold it in a way for it to block just my eyeballs and not my nose so I can breathe. And then I would just pass out from like, because it was, I don't know, but it just felt so weird. And my uncle was like, yeah, and that sounds like the Rona. And then the next day my PCR came back and positive and I'm like, great. Now I got to sit in my room for the next 2 weeks. And so that's that. And then sat in my room for so long, I completely forgot I had a laptop. And so the whole time I was just on my phone. I was watching like YouTube videos on my phone, movies, shows, streams, everything on my phone. And then my sister was like, why don't you just go get your laptop? And I'm like, I have a laptop and you're telling me this a week later? It's downstairs. No one reminded me. And so I started using my laptop like a week into my sickness. And I was like, great, cool, nice. But it was weird, bro. I sitting in my room for a week. I thought I would enjoy it. And I did for majority of the time, except at one point I'm just like, I'm getting bored. I want to go back outside. And then the one day I went back outside, it was 20 degrees outside. And I was like, I'm going right back inside. I was like, this is enough.
Want me to go outside.
This is enough outside for like 5 minutes. I'm going back inside. Out of nowhere, it dropped, bro. I think like right before New Year's or something, it like the weather just dropped to 20 degrees.
We had a 78-degree Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we had a 20-degree day after Christmas.
It was the weirdest drop. Because I remember like I woke up. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I can go outside, I guess. I go outside like an hour or two later. It's 20 degrees. The sun's gone. The world is all frozen. And I'm like, okay, maybe not. Then I go back inside.
Yeah, usually January is our coldest month, but we had a very, very warm winter for no reason. And then all of a sudden we have a blistering January.
I mean, usually it's like a thing like February gets really cold for us.
Yeah, that too.
That's
when our freeze over happened last time.
And people are expecting that to happen again.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah.
That's more school canceled, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'll come back to my neighborhood. We're going to do some sledding and the little
yes,
car
now I can
donut
actually
thing.
do the sledding.
Yeah. Because last time we actually had like the donut tied to the car and we would drive around.
Oh, that was so much fun.
That was so stupid but so fun.
You know, I'm actually like kind of like what you were saying. I've been thinking low key that I might need to invest in like a night blindfold or whatever those things are.
I was really thinking about it. I was trying to find mine.
Because I also need one. If there's any light during, like if I stay up till 6 and I see the sunrise, I can't sleep. And I get so irritated. I also do the blanket origami to mask out the light or something. And sometimes it just looks kind of kinky what I did to myself. But I want like I'd love it that I don't have to sit in the same position. Because usually after I sleep, I move.
Yeah.
So like having one just on my face, that would be So much better. But
They're-
then you also seem lame. Like I feel like an idiot putting it on.
You know, what are those things called? Gators? You know what a gator is?
The things you put sodas in?
No, essentially it's just like your face mask, but it looks like a scarf.
Oh, yeah. The things that like the hick people use for masks.
Yeah, those things.
The rednecks.
There's a sleep thingy mabobby, like eye cover that looks kind of like a gator, but it's a lot smaller. And I guess like it's a new thing because when you put it on your eyes, it can play music for like the side on the side of it. I was really about to buy one and just tell my brother like bring it to my room. Then I realized it was like $20. I'm like, I can just go get like headphones and like put it in my ears or whatever.
I was thinking a napkin with string attached.
Okay, I'm not that ghetto
Because
I can find an eye
really
cover
in that state of college where I'm like, no. Like I can use my hand. Really, it's not that bad.
I can just sleep on my stomach and just like, close my eyes.
I remember seeing a dumb Instagram ad for a product where it was basically like if you chopped off the top of the KKK hood and then like made it like nose up for your sleep. And it like connected down into like a necklace kind of thing so that it wouldn't fall off your head while you were sleeping.
Interesting.
And I was like, that is just a really complicated way of putting like a pillowcase over your head.
Yeah, that sounds like that.
But I mean, hey, they're paying for the AdSense, so why not, you know?
And people are probably buying it.
Yeah, and probably getting scammed. Low key, it's probably not even real.
But it's weird, yeah. I have no
Some guy probably like walked into his dorm and he was like, I have a bed sheet, I have some rubber band, and I have some LED lights. How can I make this into something?
How can I make money and I can drop out of college?
Yeah, how can I pay for the class I just failed? Okay.
Here's what we do. Okay, we cut out some holes right here. No. We cut off the whole top. Oh,
and then you know what's better? People want to breathe. We'll give them a hole for that.
We'll give them a whole hole for that. Then you put your nose and you look like the KKK. You know, that's okay. You know, the KKK is cool now. Okay, now put it back on. Okay, this is how you sleep. Let me take a nap in it, you know.
Yeah. No, it's not the KKK. It's a gnome.
Yeah.
For sure.
But honestly, it was really weird because the first thing I did after getting the Rona,
get into bed.
The first time I left my house was to go get a PCR test, and I was like, "This is my life now."
Dude, not only is the whole like thing with the PCRs like going out of stock and so much like busy people testing all this, they're also not like reliable. They're supposed to be the most accurate form of test, but
PCRs? Or rapid test.
Rapid tests are the least, and then there's an antigen test, and then there's a PCR test, and the PCR is supposed to be the most. But I had a friend who got COVID, tested negative, so then they went outside, and then they tested a positive after that. And they were like, oh my god, I just infected all these people.
Maybe, I don't know, to be honest. The whole test never made sense in my head. They're like, yeah, rapid tests only work if you're like during your contagious phase, and then PCRs happen whenever, and then like
antigen there's so many constraints
I've never understood
too.
It. Yeah,
if you're 3 days within congestion, an antigen or rapid test might not give an accurate result.
Yeah, that's why like when I first got sick and I got the rapid test, I was negative, so that's why we thought it was the flu. And then like a day or two later, I went and took a PCR, and then I got positive, and I was like, "Oh, so it is the Rona." But I was so confused. I'm like, "Why didn't my rapid test
weird.
work?" And then my sister goes, "Yeah, you have to think being like your most contagious phase in order to get positive on a rapid test." And I'm like, "When is that?" She goes, "I don't know."
It's like you light a match and you put it next to your hair and you just keep moving it closer, and then you keep asking yourself, is my hair on fire? Is my hair on fire? And then you like touch the match to
and
your
then
hair,
it is.
and you're like, oh yeah, I guess my hair is on fire. That's crazy. Nobody told me that my hair was gonna get on fire. That's weird.
Oh, but the weirdest thing about like me being sick was I was the only one in my family that got sick.
Yeah, everybody went to the party, right? But
everyone went to the wedding.
One.
Everyone went to the wedding. Everyone like saw the same people essentially.
We got eating next to each other.
Yeah,
like,
and
same
everything.
Table, right? Everything.
Yeah, and then I was the only one who got sick. And then later on, my mom tells me like a bunch of other people from the wedding got sick, so that's why they think from the wedding everyone got sick. And then I guess like the bride and the groom got sick, and it was the funniest thing on earth. And I was like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. Honeymoon canceled.
Dude, I know everybody wanted their Christmas weddings, and I was like, that's such a nice sentiment, but like, you know, like the vid is coming back.
Bro, the vid.
Did you lose any of your like senses?
Nope.
Bro. First, the original strain takes your sense of like your breathing, right? Your lung capacity. Then the new one, it took your taste, and that one too, I guess. And now this one's hurting your eyes. It's going after all of our hearing, all of our senses. Eventually, it'll be the ears, and then eventually, it'll be touch.
Do you know that I guess there was like this meme that's like all the scary movies. I think in like 2018 or something like that. One was like it's called like Hush, where like he can't hear. You can't hear like the person's like deaf, and then one's like bird's eye, or what's it called?
Bird Box.
Bird Box, like you can't see.
Yes,
and the other one's like you can't something you can't speak. Bro, it was the funniest thing on earth. Essentially, that's what I thought of.
It was the one with John Krasinski. I always
Quiet
forget
Place.
Quiet Place. Yeah. All of the
you can't speak,
horror
and you
movies
can't
about
hear,
not
and then
being
you
able
can't
to do
see.
a thing. You know, Hush. I don't think that's the name, but that movie with the guys who try to rob that blind guy. That movie
I guess
is getting a sequel.
Is it?
Yeah. And the ending was really messed up for the first one, so people are very confused at what.
Maybe it's not Hush,
because
I thought the guy was invisible.
Oh, that's another one. That might be Hush then. That was a girl who guy was stalking her, and then he disappeared.
And the guy's invisible, but
and then there was like
and he would wear like a white mask and like glasses or something, and then she can see him.
That was kind of creepy, dude.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking.
But it also looked really dumb.
Yeah,
but the actress was very good in that movie. I saw.
No, I haven't seen it.
But there's that one this came out when we were in like middle school, I think, or like beginning of high school.
I think maybe 2016, 20 something.
I think it was the guy from Percy Jackson, or the guy from 13 Reasons Why. One of those cool brunette white boys.
Cool.
Where him and two other people were trying to rob this guy's house, and they were like, he's blind, it'll be easy, but he like has like super senses, or like he's just really good at being blind, and he like
Daredevil,
he and he can like, he trapped them, and he turned off all the lights, so they were like wandering around in the dark.
Now you're blind.
Yeah And then spoiler for this movie, I don't know the name, but you have been warned. Sure. At the end of the movie, he kidnaps one of the so in the movie you find like he has a girl underneath like the tiles in his basement or something.
The black guy?
No, the blind guy.
Yeah, the blind guy.
Oh, I thought you said black guy.
Yeah, the black guy has
the blind guy. The blind guy has a girl there.
Cancelled.
And like apparently she's like dying or something. I didn't personally watch the movie. This is only off a recap. And he artificially inseminated her. Or something. And then one of the three like robbers is a girl. And he kidnaps her. And then I think she manages to get away with the kid. It's an after credit scene. It's not at the end. At the end. I remember something about he has the girl he already had like strung up with like a bunch of tubes and wires in his basement, doing the whole procedure. And then the end of the movie is like, oh my god, it's so peaceful. They made it to the airport. They're like leaving the state or whatever. And then like he's right behind them, this girl and the kid that he saved from him or something.
Did you watch this in the movies or like at home?
I didn't watch this. I watched a breakdown of the movie like years ago.
Okay, the website you watched it on, did it start with a P and end with an
No,
N?
but
because that sounds really sussy, bro.
That website ends with a B, but
it starts. The
starts
first word starts with a P.
Yeah, and that word
first
ends
word ends with an N.
Sure.
And then it starts with an H,
but
and then it ends with a B.
No, it wasn't on that. This is an actual one. Actually, okay. When you start talking, I'll try to Google it.
You said artificial inseminated her, whatever, and then
blind guy horror movie.
One was strapped up in.
It's called Don't Breathe.
Yeah, okay.
Don't Breathe.
That one I remember.
The old guy was very scary. He was very
I don't remember what's it called, any of that. I didn't watch it, granted. But
yes, it was the kid from 13 Reasons Why.
Oh, okay, sure.
And then her, and then this other dude. And, they made it. I think he died, actually. I think he killed all of them. I don't actually know.
This sounds very weird.
The ending was very muggy. All I know is that's the concept for the next movie. But the only thing is, the girl isn't there. So this old man who's blind has a daughter now. And then he gets attacked. That's how the trailer goes. But the daughter doesn't know that the circumstances around her birth. The mom, I don't even know she's there. And he's trying to save her. So they're trying to paint him like Joel from The Last of Us, or like Logan, where you're caring for a person, but like when you think about the circumstances behind like what happened to this guy, it's kind of like it's really hard to relate to a dude who kidnapped somebody and then stole a kid from them physically, biologically even. But
that sounds weird. Interesting.
How did we get on this? That's how you know we tangented right. That's how you know we did it good. When you forget where you came from. I never forget. So this is new.
We were talking about the four senses being lost.
Yes,
like that, right?
the vid stealing our senses.
Now it's gonna inseminate us, I guess. Next,
no. But you were saying something before that.
I was talking about like how like none of my family got it.
Yeah,
except for me.
That's so weird, dude.
It was weird.
I don't know how that happened, especially because of how viral Omicron is.
Sure, yeah.
Speaking of,
I guess.
Why is it called Omicron?
Okay, I've always
wondered.
It
was Omnicron.
I've always wondered the name of like I guess like diseases, the name of tornadoes, the name of hurricanes, the name of all this stuff. Someone's sitting there like, oh, this one looks like a Katrina.
This one looks like a Terry.
This one looks like a William. Okay, this one's called Omicron. Americon?
Omicron. American.
American. We'll just change the O so no one thinks it's Americans.
Dude, I saw this Facebook post. Very, very, boomer-esque. And it was like, if you take the words... If you take the words from Delta, the letters from Delta and Corona, the two largest strains, right?
Sure.
Or something, I think it was Lambda. I don't know. Something. You rearrange the word, and it says media conspiracy. And I was like, dude, this is the worst anagram I've ever seen.
We had a conspiracy theory episode a couple episodes ago.
Add it to the list, bro.
Add it to the list. We'll go back again.
People are actually out here thinking that it was a media conspiracy.
It's actually from Travis Scott. He actually released it in his thing, and now
in his concert. That's why he let them do the whatever happened at the concert because he was trying to
spread the Omicron, aka the I don't know.
Low-key, it feels like the same people who started the 5G stuff,
Yeah,
you can get corona via 5G.
Verizon 5G gives you corona now.
Yeah, but that's rough, man. I'm sorry you had to get the vid, and it persisted through New Year's.
It was fun. It was weird because like the whole time I was in my room and I was like, I can do whatever the heck I want right now, bro. I can like watch movies and be lazy and blah blah blah. But I didn't end up doing any of it.
You're free. You're unchained.
Yeah, but like I didn't really end up doing any of it until like the last like couple days. And I felt like I missed out a little bit. And then I started worrying about school again. And then I was like, okay, whatever. Let's go back to life.
That's usually how it goes. Whether you're on break or you're sick or whatever. You have an operative way of living. Then it gets taken away from you. And you're like, man, I just want to go back to that. But then the moment you get back to that, it's
you're like, let's go back to the other thing.
Like, I'm like, I've never felt this little of it. But I'm like, I don't miss school at all. Usually I really miss school. And I'm thinking, I don't miss school, but I am still bored and don't know what to do. Yeah. And it's the weirdest conundrum because now that we're on break, I don't know what to do. But I know the alternative is that if I waste my time, I will get to school faster. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to find things to do every day to make the days last longer.
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to do like that a little bit, but I'm also just trying to like relax and chill because beginning of this past semester, I didn't really have like a break because I was taking summer classes and I only had like a week break. And so one of my biggest goals for like this winter break was just chilling and giving my head a rest. Just because I walked into this semester and I was like, I'm already burnt out, bro. It's been like 2 days. Yeah. So I'm trying to start the next semester a little bit feeling a little bit better, but I don't know if I did that or not. That's my issue.
Yeah, I don't know if I will either because I feel like I'm ready to learn again, but I know if I sit in my chemistry class, I'm just gonna like peel my skin off.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, am I ready to actually go back to class? Yeah. Isn't Thomas taking like a gap semester? Gap semester. I was like, Mom, you think you could let me just take a gap semester?
Smart on him, dude. I'm trying to see if I can put an internship together so that's a good reason to not go to school.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I'm just pursuing interests and getting paid, maybe. So, like, it makes
possibly, sense. And then moving to like New York and then staying there until the end of my internship, please.
Well, I hope I can travel as well. That would be really dope.
Okay, real quick before we continue on, do you think the world's gonna go back into lockdown? Because I've been hearing a bunch of different takes.
I don't think it's gonna go back fully into lockdown. I think certain parts of the world are, like certain schools are going back into like the online modes and things like that.
Yeah, I heard like some school in like Georgia on the news the other day was like going back into online for the first couple weeks.
And
everyone was like, what?
Even though Omicron infected the most people in a single day in all of American history, I think we're too proud to go back into lockdown. So I don't think anyone's actually going to want to. They'll like do everything they can to like not get there fully.
Yeah.
But they won't actually, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. All I know is if college went online, I would not have to pay for as much gas. So I would probably have crappy professors, but I save money.
I guess, yeah. But I don't know, because I have a feeling like kind of like a far-fetched feeling that we might go back into lockdown just for like a little bit, but I have no clue because countries like who's like Australia and like Finland and all the ones who beat Corona before all America did, and like a bunch of other countries, they haven't done anything yet, have they?
No, I don't think so.
So I feel like if they don't, then nobody else really will. It'll just be like school districts will go. They'll decide. Maybe.
Well, actually, all of those countries were like the first people to like jump on board and be like, yeah, no, lockdown, it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like if they, the good people who already beat the world, don't, then we might not. If that makes sense.
But I also think of them as like hyper responsible. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
they
hyper
would be
responsible.
the ones to,
yeah.
even if it's just a little bit. Meanwhile, us, we're like, oh no,
since they're responsible and they
fine.
haven't, then we probably won't. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Australia's problem was that they went into lockdown, thought they were good, went out of lockdown, and then got even more infected than they before. And then they're like, "Oh wait, we should have waited.
One more time.
We should have waited a little bit longer."
Like those countries, like they're like kind of smart. They're like, "Yeah, no, we don't care. We're going back into lockdown. We're staying in lockdown."
Yeah.
We'll
India
let lions
was in lockdown for.
We'll let lions loose in the city to force everyone back home.
Yeah, the thing is, cities with really dense populations are like the worst. So the more east you go, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Like America, we have dense cities, sure, but like we also have spread out stuff. We live in a suburb, so it's not as bad as like if I had to walk in New York every day.
Yeah.
But like in India, bro, when like you throw your piss bucket out the window and you gotta dodge that.
You gotta dodge it, and then the cow's asleep.
Yeah, you gotta also dodge the cow on your right. Like there's so many people so packed. Like they've accepted the fact that people are just gonna like just start falling, and you're just gonna have to like shuffle them out and move on. And that's so weird. It's so weird as a concept to think about.
Yeah.
But so you were obviously caved in for your New Year's, but do you have any resolutions? Because I know I have my own thoughts about like how I feel about resolutions in general.
New Year's resolutions are great if you stick to them. I don't stick to them. Like I want to go like start working out again, just because like when I used to work out and like hit the gym and get jacked and look like a Chad, I was feeling great and I was pretty happy. But I actually got to start. That's I think one of my biggest issues in like New Year's resolutions, and I'm down to make whatever resolutions. Eat healthy, work out, bro. Be smart, get good grades, become the #1 most crypto traded person on earth. But like, I actually just need to start.
2x my portfolio,
bro. My portfolio down bad. Anyway, I just need to start. My issue is always starting, so I don't really make New Year's resolutions just because I'm lazy and I don't prepare for tomorrow.
That's true. I also don't like preparing for tomorrow.
And so it's like, it's not that I don't like, it's just I know I don't. Like, I'm going to say I'm going to start working out, but unless I start working out, I don't. That's why when like we used to work out in high school, the only reason I would work out so constantly is because there was a set day and time, and I was already at like school whenever we used to work out. I just go from school and then work out.
It was so convenient.
Yeah, it
That's
was so
what
convenient.
made me do it too.
There's no reason for me not to go. My mom used to yell at me, be like, "You're spending too much time at the gym," and I'm like, "Mom, leg day, bro."
That's like the worst. That's like the worst best thing your mom could say to you.
Yeah, she goes like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, listen,
Why are you physically bettering yourself so much?
I got school until 4:30. All right, from 4:30 to 6, I gotta work out. Okay, and then from 6 to like 9 p.m. I got robotics." And my mom goes, "Okay. I guess." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Mama, I go to pump iron.
I gotta go pump." And then like I was getting so excited working out because I actually started seeing like a difference in my arms, and I was like, okay, watch out, people, I'm coming in, bro.
Excuse me, don't bump into me in the hallway. I've just got these massive
arms, bro. My butt looking thick.
Dude, oh man, I miss that.
Yeah, and so I kind of want to start working out again, but I just need to like, if I can get my schedule down for school and then consider. Thing is, also another one I was thinking about earlier.
It up, bro.
Do I want to go to school? Say my school schedule is fine, right? Do I want to go work out and gym buddy and all that stuff, or do I want to go get a job? That's my question, because I can't do both. I just know physically, mentally, I'm gonna go home and like sleep after working out because I'm so tired. I can't do homework and work and all that.
I would recommend that you pick a job that is like mine, where it's like 1 or 2 hours and the pay is scaled to that. Maybe. So that you don't have to have too much of a time commitment. Teaching is very draining. So I do know that on days that I have work, I need to go to the gym first. Because if I go to the gym and then teach, I'll be fine. But if I do it vice versa, I'll be like, oh my god, no. I don't want to lift weights. I just want to go sit on my bed.
Yeah, no, honestly, lifting weights and working out and then going and doing school stuff was so weird. Because all of middle school, because I was in football season, I was in a football team, we would work out in the morning and then go to a class. It felt so weird. For the first couple days, I was like, I can't breathe. I'm dying in the middle of like history.
It's tough.
And then I slowly got used to it. And then football season ended. And then weightlifting season started.
Yeah.
And I was right back to being dead.
It sucks, dude. It's so good.
I would walk into class and be like, "Good morning,"
So
and go back to sleep. And our teachers would notice, like, first period, they'd be like, "Yeah, all the football kids are like done. Like, we'll give them the test tomorrow or something." Yeah. What'd y'all do today? Legs? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess you can still work a little bit. If it was leg day, they'd give us the work. But if it was like anything else, they'd be like, "Yeah, no, okay."
So shoulders, they're like, "Nah, man, you're good. You don't need to lift your body off the table."
I can't lift my pencil, ma'am. Can I get some help, please?
Ma'am, I can't even look at the board. My neck won't go up.
My neck is still in incline position. Yeah.
I think I find it so unfortunate because I was in a good rhythm of going to the gym, of like seeing nice results, feeling good about myself, doing it in the morning, and then this whole thing got worse on the outside. And at the gym, I know people who do, and you're crazy and amazing if you do, but I can't wear my mask at the gym because I hyperventilate normally. So if I definitely want to wear a treadmilling, but like even pushing any sort of weight, I really need to breathe. So like I can't. But the amount of people going to the gym is insane, and the amount of people not wearing masks like at all, like in passing, and the amount of like sweat and body, like there are fluids in the air. I remember looking at the gym and seeing all these people, and I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. So now I'm trying to find out ways to like work out at home.
My brother bought an elliptical.
Like the thing with the
arm and leg movement thingy.
I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about those.
He bought one and he was like, "This is technically for my back, but like it still works, bro." And he just like works on an elliptical now.
Huh. I think the elliptical is really good because it's good on your knees. Sure, it's for people who like have running problems, but you want to run, but you don't want to like hit the there's certain treadmills even they design so that the impact is softer because of the rubber or something. But I can't do ellipticals because my body relies on like the weight. But the thing is, especially if you're moving with your arms, you're not actually putting your weight on each leg. Your weight is already down. Like you're not jumping at all in the run. You're just moving your legs. Yeah. So and if you try to jump, the machine kind of you'll feel like you're breaking it.
It jolts you. Yeah.
So you're not actually like doing this. You're just spinning it instead of hitting like like pulling off and pushing when you jump. Yeah. And that messed me up. Like I can't run. I can't run on an elliptical. I can only jog. But my favorite thing to do, that is probably the worst thing I do to myself, I hate it so much, is at the end of like any run, I max run as much as I can for like a minute. And then I'm dead at the end.
People do that.
I tried running actually a couple days ago, and it was not the worst cold day. It was like 40 degrees outside, 48. But oh my god, it was so hard. Oh my god, it was so hard.
Running is stupid.
I run on the treadmill at the gym, and I can run about like, I don't actually know, it doesn't say how many miles, but it says like how many miles per minute. But I run like around 11 minutes, and the last minute is the full run. Jog, I guess, and then I run. I could not, like, I can run that whole 11 minutes. I could not go like a block without panting. I felt like a loser. Yeah. But I did run 2 miles. Nice. Congrats. I didn't know that. So that's maybe why it was harder. But it was also just terrible because of how cold it was, and I sucked at
running in the cold, do not run in the cold. Unless you're a psychopath.
The breathing was the worst. It just felt like I was breathing nails every time
I hated working out in like winter. My coach didn't care. He's like, all right, just warm. We're going to go outside. Like, what, bro? Do you know it's like 20 degrees outside? Y'all are football kids. Get used to it. It's we'd walk in with like sweat, like 3 layers on like sweatshirts and like really thick pants and stuff like that. And we just go run a mile that day. And you would just hear everyone just dying. The fastest kid was like, I'm walking this, bro. I'm not going to run while it's 20 degrees outside. The grass is still yellow with ice on it. Like, what are we supposed to do, bro? And our coaches would sit in their cars, like, warmed up. And I'm like, excuse me, sir? Oh, okay. But yeah, no, running in general sucks. But running in the cold it sucks balls.
I've reached this state where with, like, calisthenic exercises at home, they don't change. No. Like, I got really good at doing push-ups because that was one of my problems. Like, I sucked so bad, especially at the pacer. Oh my god, I was so bad. Now, I can do 25 clean push-ups, not like those weird jerky ones I used to do. And I can keep going or whatever. But it doesn't change. Like no matter how much I do it, I don't feel like I worked out in the morning.
Do the what did Big Hump call them? Jail cell push-ups?
Oh,
Prisoner push-ups, what are they called?
yes,
Those are cool.
the 100
The 100 push-ups thing.
something.
Yeah. You
So
essentially just
bad.
the I guess like prisoner push-ups, but I don't know what he called them, but you would set like a little, you can do it with like a friend. Murder push-ups?
Murders or something? I remember it
I don't
sounded
remember
really
what it
scary.
was, but it sounded scary. Like he used to tell me
Homicides.
I don't know what it was called.
Homicides. I think it was something like that.
He used
to killing someone.
Yeah, he used to just change the name. I remember him saying like prisoner push-ups. He used to call them cell push-ups. He used to call them like homicide push-ups, something like that. Anyway, you start on one side of the room. You do like 1 push-up. You walk to the other side of the room, do 9 push-ups. And then you walk back to the other side, do like 8, and then you walk back to the other side, do 2, whatever. Like you do.
Isn't it reverse? You do 1 and then you
like
walk
1 and 9.
2?
No, you do 1 and 9, and
then you 8 and 2.
and then
oh,
8 and
yes,
2,
yes.
and then 7 and 3, and all that, all the way down to 5 and 5, and then essentially you'll just notice that the numbers will flip until you go back up. You do 2 on the higher side and 8 on the other side.
It's such a weird way to trick you into doing 100 push-ups.
And then you end up doing 100 push-ups, and you're like dead on the by the 5th one, and you're like, yeah, I'm tired.
After we hit that 5-5 set, it was just us like 1 push-up in and then falling on the floor. And
yeah,
then,
and you're like
resetting.
It's like, you guys are halfway done. Hey, listen, I know you're jacked, bro, but like this is hard.
I think I worked on my left cheek more than I worked on my arms. How much I was falling on it. Like,
it was
constant.
bad.
I was like, oh, the worst feeling is when you're like, it's not a heavy weight, but your muscle isn't working, so your body's telling you you can't lift it. And I'm like, oh my god, I know that I can do this. Just stop being a little B word right now and just push me up. Come on, man, just what you're supposed to do.
The most respect I got from Big Hump was when we were doing the lunges, and we were doing lunges in like the hallway and stuff. And at one point, I was like, "Hey, these lunges are a little easy." I think it was me and like 2 other people working out that day.
Why would you ever say that? Why would
I
you
said
ever
that,
say that?
and he looks at me. He goes, "Do you want to put some weight on?" I'm like, "Wait, while lunges? Are you what?" And he gives me the 45-pound bar, and he puts on like 15 pounds on each side. And he's like, "All right, do some lunges." And I would do one, and it come back down, and not be that wide. I'm like, okay, it's not bad. He would take off the 15, put a plate of 45 on. And so I just started doing lunges back and forth with 45 on each side. And I was doing like, what is that, 135 lunges? And he would look at me with respect. And that's like, you can tell from that day on, he would just respect me for my, like, he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I got this. Let's go. And so he would go and like, he'd put it on my shoulder because I can't, pick it up from the backwards. And he'd look at me and be like, you ready? I'm like, yeah, I got this. He goes, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I got this. He goes, okay. Go down and back 4 times. And I'd go down and back and I'd do perfect lunges. He'd look at me and be like, okay. Hey. And then the next day in class, he'd be like, you ready to work out today? All right, brother Ibrahim, let's do this. And then I'm just like, okay. And bro, he respected me so much for that one day. And I'm like, is this what I have to do now?
Bro, you got like thunder thighs and like crazy hamstrings. Oh my god.
You know that TikTok trend where you can squeeze like a watermelon on my thighs? I was really considering doing that. My legs were so good looking, bro. My butt was so caked up.
Booty popping.
My booty was popping so nice. Like, I could have beat any girl in that school for like thickest butt. I'm like, I have prime legs right now.
Nice.
And then I stopped working out and now I don't. I just have a thickie.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is perfect. And Hump was like, this is so good, bro. And I'm like, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Thank you for respecting me.
So I guess in the vein of not being able to exercise, what are some other like do you have any New Year's resolutions that are like feasible or even things that you want to try, or like is it more like it's not even worth putting them up kind of thing?
I want to buy a laptop. Yeah. That's essentially it.
Yeah.
That's not a New Year's resolution, but I just want to buy a laptop.
I also want to buy a laptop or a computer.
I want to buy something. Yeah, I think I might buy a laptop just because like I need one for school and all that mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
At PC, I already have an iMac at home, and there's no point in me changing it out. That's the issue. And so I just want to game. Literally, the only reason I might buy like a laptop or something just so I can game a little more.
Yeah, you should get a gaming laptop because then you'll be good for life. Like
yeah.
Other than like charging problems, you won't need anything.
I was considering buying like an iMac, not an iMac, like a MacBook of some sort, and then getting Windows on it, splitting it in Windows, and then getting an SSD or some hard drive, external hard drive type thing, and then downloading like any of my files, the games or anything, putting it on that SSD, and then just leaving my MacBook to be split, Apple's and iOS and Windows.
The thing is, MacBooks aren't good for gaming. They're
That's
only
the thing, yeah. That's
good
what I have
for
to
like Valorant, but that's because it's a CPU game, not a GPU game, and the GPU and the Macs are poo-poo.
Yeah, and so I'm don't know laptop yet. Only reason I like MacBooks is they're so like dumb easy to use.
They are dumb easy, and they're really convenient, and the ecosystem is great. And you can't port back an OS or Mac OS onto Windows. You can only do Windows onto Mac OS.
Yeah, so it's like very like easy, stupid for me to do, and so I'm just like, oh, easy. I'm not a big brain, but I don't know. That's essentially all my New Year's resolutions.
Let's hope this year we can make that come true, so we can play more video games online.
Hey, listen, financial aid be kicking in. I got some leftovers. They'll be like, hey, you want your check now or later?
You got some sloppy seconds.
No, bro. For some reason, like financial aid last semester gave me some random like checks in the mail.
Weird.
And I'm like, why? They're like, oh yeah, this is some random emergency grant. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I ain't gonna ask questions.
Was it like pandemic money?
Yeah, one of the checks was pandemic money, and it was like $1,200, and then I got a stimmy.
Yo.
And then the other one was just like leftovers for my financial aid I didn't use. And there's a check that's going around, not going around, like a check that they said they might send me, which is essentially like allotted money from my financial aid that is used for like bookstores and like stuff like that. They're like, you can either use it at the bookstore or we'll just give it to you in check.
Nice.
And I'm like, let me get that check real quick. Let me put that towards my laptop real quick. Right quick. And it's like $1,500. I'm like, what am I going to do? $1,500? Brother, I can buy like 2 MacBooks. What you mean? Not really. But like that's
you could buy a good gaming laptop with $1,500.
Yeah, I was looking at gaming laptops a little while ago, and I was like, this is not bad at all.
Okay. Brother Ibrahim, I do apologize, listeners. I have to go to the bathroom, so we'll be right back. I've been having to hold this in for a little while, and I just remembered that I had to pee. So, be right back. All right, I am back. How
was your bathroom?
Much lighter.
Is it number 1 or number 2?
Number 2, bro.
Interesting.
Number 1 is my own bathroom. I went to the guest bathroom, but that's there's no way to top my bathroom, let's just say. This is too goated.
I was thinking about it like on your way back. I was like, should I ask him for a bathroom review of his bathroom?
That would be so meta, wouldn't it?
Yeah, be like, hey, so explain your bathroom, bro. Why don't you give it like a 5?
Okay, so we were talking about New Year's resolutions, and you were saying besides getting a computer, you don't really have any, right?
I don't really have anything for it.
I think resolutions are cool. I think people who do them are cool.
They probably also believe in like horoscopes.
Maybe.
Sorry.
I just personally don't like them. Like I can see the power, especially how much it has the capability to help someone.
Yeah.
But personally, I just don't find I'm in my head like if I want to do something, I should make a change now. And it should not be in the frame of a new year. It should just be like I'll
just do it again next year.
I should do it right now. But I can see how for some people the thought that it's a new year, new me kind of thing.
Oh no, not that statement.
Can inspire people to be like, yeah, okay, this is like a time for me to change.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel a little bit so-so about New Year's resolutions.
I don't hate it, but I also like just don't care about it. I'm just like if I change, I'm gonna change. I'm not gonna wait till New Year's.
Yeah, that's another way of looking at it, I guess.
Like, if I'm gonna change today, I'm not gonna wait. Like today is well past New Year's. I guess I can't change anymore. I gotta wait till like 2023, bro.
Oop. Oh, how many people did you get doing the I'll see you next year joke?
Bro, nobody. I didn't talk to anybody.
Really?
I was dying in my room.
So many people, including me, myself. I did it too. I made a lot of the jokes.
I saw y'all in the group chat. I think like you or like Safine or someone like said something in the group chat, and I was like, you're stupid.
Yeah, but
I haven't used the bathroom since last year. I haven't seen you since last year, bro.
They're so good. They're so clever. I like them.
Yeah, I guess. In like 7th grade, they were clever.
Like I saw Brianna on that day, right? And I was like, yeah, I'll see you next year. And my dad fell asleep right as midnight struck, and then I was like, "Hey, man, you've been sleeping since last year, man.
Are you good?
It's
like,
crazy."
Coma?
But
there's a little bit of like a new what's the saying? New year, new me.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new year, new you now.
That is true.
Because I shaved your hair.
Yes. So
we were gonna talk about that last time, and I just
we kind of didn't have time.
Came into my head right now.
But no, thank you for reminding me. You're
bald now.
When we recorded the last episode, while recording, I was bald. The day before, we had shaved my head, And yeah, me and
Now it's a new
Amar
you.
both decided, out of a weird vigor, to just shave our heads. So we did. Amar did a 3 on the top down to 2, and then I did a 2 down to 1. And it's grown back very quickly.
Yeah, no, you all were worried about like it not growing back. I'm like, guys, it's short hair. It'll go back very fast.
I had a couple of reasons for doing this.
Right.
Firstly, like I mentioned in the last video, or last pod, I'll probably go bald. Like, just genetically, it seems very likely.
Probably.
I wanted to know what I looked like bald, just so that I could plan for, like, you know, if it's ugly, how to fix it, how to get around it.
I guess, okay.
And second of all, I wanted to see if there's anything, like, unsalvageable, like my hairline or whatever, or places that it's not growing. Thirdly, from that, I wanted to see if my hair would grow back.
Yeah.
Like the rate, how healthy, I guess is a way to gauge it.
Yeah. And it's like a restart for your hair, like.
And fourth, it was a restart, because my hair was doing this really weird thing on the side. I didn't like it, kept cowlicking and so irritating. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just restart it, see what happens. So I'm approaching that awkward phase where it starts looking a little weird, and the hair on the top of my head is going straight up, right? So like my head shape is not round anymore. It's more like a punk rock guy, like a mohawk-ish, almost like it's like smooth on the sides, curvy, and then all of a sudden it turns into like a skyscraper.
Right.
So it's
like a porcupine.
Yeah, like a porcupine. So I'm getting there eventually. It's like an upside down keyhole.
Upside down keyhole.
Yeah, if you imagine like what a keyhole looks like.
Uh-huh.
Like that stereotypical like circle with a triangle, and then just turn upside down.
Circle with a triangle. Sure, if you say so. I have no clue what you're talking about, but yeah, okay.
But it's going good. Amar looks fantastic.
Amar also has the beard for it.
Yeah,
like her beard is a little like lighter than his.
I was not shaven, or I was shaven when we did it, so it was extra weird looking. But now the beard's come in, so it kind of solidifies it a little bit.
Yeah,
I fixed my sideburns.
Very soon, like your beard is gonna like match your sideburn length, and then you can kind of like just make it a whole thing. Because whenever like I cut my hair, I try to bring down my beard a little bit.
Oh, really?
To like match at least a little bit of the sideburn. If I get like a 1 on like the bottom, if I'm trying to do like a fade type of thing, I'll bring my beard down, like sideburns wise, at least. Like the highest I'll go is like a 2. Just to match it a little bit. But I'll try to like fade it in a little bit together, like try to do a little bit.
Yeah, usually people just fade in the sideburn. They don't actually worry about
the
beard.
I don't have like the 1.5s and stuff like that, so I usually have like a 1 or a 2 for my beard trimmer stuff.
You're working with what you got?
Yeah, so it's like I do a 2 and then I'll put on a 1 and then just very, very like lightly do my sideburns. And I line them up and try to make it look good. But no, for Amar it worked out because his beard is kind of like, it's not super, super beardy, like thick beard, but it works for his hair.
It's thick enough that he can pull it off. He has a Zayn Malik look.
Yeah, so like whenever I was the one who cut y'all's hair, and whenever I was doing his hair, I kind of like lined up his like behind his ear a little bit and like his sideburns. And I was like, now I gotta do his beard. So I tried to like line up his beard, and I was like, okay. And then when I started doing you, I'm like, he doesn't really have a beard right now. What am I doing on his face? I should stop.
Yeah, I think I looked a little bit wonky at the beginning, but I think now I look good. I think I'm okay with it. Like I'm not like regretting a single thing. I loved it. It was so funny. Purely for any other reason, it was a funny thing to do.
At one point, your hair was like in such a weird position while we were shaving your head.
Dude, they made me look like a freaking like a.
You look like Donald Trump.
They gave me like a comb over, and then they also made me look like those guys from medieval times, like the squires with like the weird bowl cut shape, like what's his name from Shrek? Oh, that one guy.
Who?
The bad guy. Lord something.
Lord Farquaad?
Farquaad, yeah. They gave me a Farquaad cut.
Something like that.
I had long sides and a shaven top, and I was like, it looks so
ugly. I don't know how, but the way I was shaving your head, I guess like I was doing like side or I don't know what I was doing, but there ended up being like a comb over, and I didn't realize that. I thought it was like I cut that hair, it just didn't fall off your head or something. And then when I think all the boys saw it. I was trying to like hit it off your top of your head, and then I realized it just flipped over and it flipped back on like it's like a comb over, like. And it was the funniest thing. I've never seen all of us laugh that hard.
You guys were crying
at something.
I was also crying.
I turned off like the machine, whatever, the trimmer, or whatever. And I was just dying, bro, because I was like, if I don't turn this off, I'm gonna shave off his head on accident. And so I was like, this is hilarious, bro.
Speaking of which, actually, guys, if y'all want to see pictures of the process, how it was going, maybe some videos. We had Tristan take a lot of videos. Check out the Instagram. We are, by the time this posts, I think it'll actually be up. So give us a follow over there. I think mainly the Instagram is just going to be just like put a face to what you guys see, so that it's a lot easier, and to keep you guys updated on podcast news, and then also just wacky things like post baldness photos.
I was asking Assad. We were talking about Instagram before we started recording today, and I was like, Assad, the first like face reveal thing, because like right now you don't know what we look like. I was like, the first face reveal. Do you want like a bald, like where you are right now picture, or do you want a picture when you still had hair? He goes, no. I want a picture when I still had hair.
Yeah, no, I want y'all to see me at my best, so that then you can see me at my worst, and then maybe compare. I
Listen,
took on
if they can't have you at your worst, they're not allowed to have you at your best.
That's true. You have to love me at my lowest.
Yeah.
I took on a new student, and she only seen me since my balding, my shaving, right?
Oh no.
So she knows me as that guy who just has hair like that. But I need to convince her, like, no, I had hair. Trust me. Here, look at it. It's one thing to like see a picture, and then one thing to actually like compartmentalize that it was a part of someone's face.
Yeah. The weirdest thing for us, like,
I'm getting there.
As your friends, like we've seen Amar when we cut his hair. He sometimes cuts his hair like incorrectly or whatever. But the way he styles his hair, you can see his full forehead, right? Yours, like majority of his forehead, right? You have like longer hair, like kind of like silkier hair. It covers half your forehead. And so when we start like shaving your head, bro, I swear the jokes came out so naturally because we've never seen your forehead.
It was so funny. I couldn't help but laugh.
Bro, I was like, I felt so bad because we started lighting you up. I was like, you have a forehead? Hold on, wait. I was like, Assad, why do you have such a big forehead, bro? Hold on.
Someone said beyond 5 head, bro. I was like, oh my god, no
dude,
way.
It was the funniest thing on earth because the first, like, what I love doing to, like, whenever I'm cutting someone's hair is just take the razor and just go straight back, like, in the middle. And when we first did that and we saw that the razor was still going up and there was still forehead, I swear half of us lost our minds. We've never seen your forehead. Because you kind of, like, you're like, as I said earlier, your hair was longer than, like longer than your hairline. Yeah. And so you kind of just fix it with your hand, like, you don't really think about it too much. And then when we started cutting, like, your hair, we're like, wait, there's a lot, like, we have never seen your forehead. We've seen a March forehead every now and then. We've seen all the other boys' forehead because we cut our hair sometimes short. We've never once seen your forehead because you don't cut it short.
Amar did we all thought that Amar would, like, have the densest hair because we see he's like, you got like a jungle, it's like pretty thick. But then when we compared how much hair was on my head to his head, I actually had like double almost.
Yeah, you had a lot more hair than he did.
Yeah, it was really weird.
You have very like straight hair.
Yeah, so you can tuck a lot of that in there.
Yeah.
His was like, it was like volume, right? Like, so
it was like curlier and volume.
It took up more space, so it seemed like there was more, but there wasn't.
Yeah.
And it was so funny, just like what. My dad, when I came home, I didn't tell my parents.
Oh no!
I didn't tell anyone.
I was like, did you tell anyone?
And I walked home, and my dad opened the door, and all my siblings came from dinner while we were out, and they looked at me, and all of them just paused, and my dad just immediately goes like, but why? And I was like, honestly, everybody who I've tried to explain it, it was kind of just like a fun thing. We were all like, it would be funny, but there's no way to really explain that to people because it just sounds stupid. So
I thought it was gonna be a funny joke.
I just couldn't sound not stupid. Yeah. I just could not sound. So everybody was like, oh, okay.
If you say so.
And my mom, the moment she saw me, she went, I can't do it, but she's like, yeep. She was like, yeep. And I was like, oh my god, Mom, are you okay? I'm still here. And she's like, no, but like half of your head fell off. And I was like, Mom, I'm still the same me on the inside. Do you love me? And she was like, I told you not to do this. And I was like, I know. And
did she actually tell you not to do it?
I made jokes about it in the past because me and Amar, we've been joking about this for a while. And she was like, I will kill you.
Oh god.
She was like, don't do that. And I was like,
bro, my mom would pay me to do that. Like, she'd be like, cut your hair, go, like, do as short as possible. She loves like short hair like that.
Oh, really?
And so, like, anytime, only like the past couple of years, I started doing more of like a longer top and a shorter side. But it used to just be like short hair, never stop short hair. And my mom just used to like that because it's a lot easier. And granted, I kind of liked it as well because there wasn't too much maintenance with it.
The one thing I noticed, the first beautiful thing about having this little hair is showering is so
much
easy.
Faster. So much easier, so much faster.
So much faster.
So much less shampoo you gotta use.
Exactly. I love it.
But now for me, it's like the hair that I shave off of my head whenever I get a haircut, it's no difference because I have beard, and so the same amount of shampoo will be on my beard. So it's like the same thing. There's no
Makes up
difference.
for it.
Yeah, it makes up for it.
I think the weirdest thing was like when I touched the top of my head, it felt weird because the skin there is not used to being touched. It's used to being moved, but not touched. So I was like touching. It still feels weird. Like it feels tingly.
Yeah.
And when I like first got bald and I put my hand up, like I could feel hair running through my hands, like ghost hair, right? Like the ghost limb syndrome.
Yeah.
I could feel it, but it's not there, and it was so weird. It's still there. I can feel the ghost of my old hair just hanging around the head.
I cut my hair once in like I think it might have been like 6th grade. I cut it down like I'm talking like buzz cut, like cut. Because I went and did Umrah, which is like religious pilgrimage type of thing, and like one of the parts like you shave your hair, or you can either like kind of just cut your hair a little bit, or you can do buzz cut, or you can go full bald.
Right.
I was still in like that middle school phase where I was like, listen, bro, I gotta be cool in middle school. Okay, I can't go fully bald. I'm talking like skin bald, right? So I just did like buzz cut. I'm talking like a 1, like a shorter than what you had.
Skin smooth.
Like no, like almost skin, but like there's still just a little bit of like peach fuzz on your head. And I went back to when I went to go shower after I cut my hair. I swear, bro, I was like, is this what my head feels like? Is this what my skin feels like? My skull? It was just all white and gray. Whenever your head looks great because like there's essentially no like hair on there.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest feeling on earth.
That was the worst phase of the bald. I'm glad I'm over that. Now my hair looks like black again, but before it had like a gray undertone, and I was like, ew.
Yeah, it looked so funny, and like it was the weirdest thing on earth. But it's so fun to like wash your head because it'll take like 2 minutes instead of like whenever you're normally shower. It's so funny. And then what's it called? What did Priya think of it? Because I know we FaceTimed her as soon as we cut your hair. We FaceTimed her, and I was trying to just stall as long as possible to see like her reaction right before. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, hurry up and show me. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay, here you go. Here's your boyfriend. I'm sorry.
I think she was there when we started planning doing it, so she already had to come to grips with the idea that it would happen. And she was like, I don't want it to happen, but I can't stop you. And I was like, thank you. And the entire time I was like, say goodbye to the hair, say goodbye to the hair. And she was like, oh. The day it happened, she was quite furious. It was very surprising for her.
I remember all I saw on the FaceTime when we FaceTimed her was she was like, let me see already. So as I'm giving you the phone, I can kind of still see like her face, and she just like covers her mouth in like shock, and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh. Oopsie, I'm sorry. I didn't do it.
As you were turning your phone, I heard her go, no.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
I was like,
oh, man. Ooh.
I was like, I'm so sorry, bro. I don't know. It was not my fault.
But now she likes it. She loves it. She thinks it looks really good. And I was like, hey, man, get you a girl like that.
Though?
No.
Are you sure about that?
No. I mean, maybe.
It's like when you tell a girl she doesn't look fat in a dress, you know?
She's still being nice to me, though. So I kind of like it.
I mean, yeah, I take it.
But yeah, find you a girl like that, bro. Find a girl like that you can go bald and she'll still like you.
I'm telling you, if she don't love you at your lowest, she can't have you at your highest,
that's
bro.
Very true. Now, she's very supportive. She's like, oh, I love it. She said the same thing. She was like, I met her when my beard wasn't that dense, right? Yeah. So I kept it clean. And she was like, I was so like off-put when you started like having major facial hair. But then a couple weeks after, I was like, I kind of like it like this instead of the old way. So now she's like, I kind of like the bald. And I was like, hey it's not staying, but I'm glad I've got that support.
I was gonna, one of my senior quotes, I was thinking about saying like, just like my beard, it's something. Oh, it was in like my essay or something like that. It was like, just like my beard, it's growing on me. And everyone, I don't remember Miss Davis or the English teacher. She was like, huh?
Oh no, dude.
I don't know why that just came to mind right now, but I was like, that's genius. That's growing on you now.
It's a genius in a different kind of way, Ibrahim. I don't know if I can fully support it.
Too big brain, bro. Too big bearded.
It's so fun to play with. I'm doing it right now. It's like, you know, it's like the prickly feeling of when you run your hands from the back of your head, except it's like weirder because the hair is naturally stuck
that
up.
Prickly feeling like in the back of your neck whenever I used to cut my hair really short. I used to just, back against like the grain going up your neck or whatever, like a backside. That feeling was like the coolest feeling on earth. I used to have a girl in like my middle school. As soon as I cut my hair, she would walk up to me and just like put her hand, she'd run her hand through the back of my hair. And she's like, I love that feeling. And I'm like, okay, what's your name? What's your number? Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Charlie, you like that feeling? I like you feeling.
Okay. Anyway, but like, it was the funniest thing on earth. I was like, I mean, if you say so.
Yeah, I think it was good overall, and I'm really glad it happened. But I can't wait for my hair to come back because I bought styling cream like a week before we decided we were gonna do this.
Well, that's useless.
Didn't use it once, so now I really want to I need to test it to see if it works. And I need hair for that, so we'll have to wait. But I'm hoping that I can also avoid the awkward phase, cut it out, even it up a little bit so that it's nicer looking. So I don't look like a
One
hedgehog.
of my biggest worries while cutting Gel's hair was not to mess up your hairline. And so whenever I finished with you, I was like, I can technically work on his hairline, but I'd prefer not to. Just because everyone's hairline is different, right? I don't want to make a square box hairline because that's not it. That's not natural. And so I looked at your hairline because you got little waves in and out and whatever.
It's weird bumping it for some reason.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to play with his hairline because it looks kind of interesting. I'm not gonna play with that. And so
yeah.
And so me and Amar we looked at your hair and I was like, I asked him, I don't know if you heard me, and I was like, do I touch his hairline? He goes, nah, I don't think so. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so I just didn't touch your hairline at all. I lined up that's the sides and the back, but front wise, I never touch his hairline. I might clean up the long hairs. But I was so worried. I was like, don't touch the top of his head. Don't do it. Don't do it. Especially for Amar. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Amar has a 5 gum symbol
on the side
on his side. I was like, I did not do that, sir.
He's got a nice crow's peak.
Yeah.
As well. So that was really funny to reveal.
Yeah.
Because it's usually quite covered. I mean, mine too. I guess I had a weird inner bump. But okay, what happened is as the hair grows, you can, if you look really close, because when you just see black, it's just a sea of black. If you look really close, you can see it's still following the way I put my hair.
Yeah.
This part is going down for some reason. This part is up. It's not all just pointing up, which is really annoying because I wanted it to reset. It's not. So that might be a little bit of a frustration in the future. But
so you want to cut your hair again and just go 0?
Dude.
Let's go skin bald.
That'll be the day I do Hajj. I will fully commit and I will just go bald. I will 0 out.
I think it would work, honestly. You can just do it now.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta wait.
But you and Thomas and maybe Safine and then maybe Azo and then a couple of the other guys gotta also go bald. I didn't forget.
I mean, you don't have to forget. I'll do it sooner or later. But
see, the thing
at
about
the
you
same time,
is
I always do it.
Yeah, you're already
I always
there.
do it. So it's not really a big deal for me.
But Thomas bald?
Thomas doesn't want to do it.
That would be so
Here's the thing.
funny.
I've seen tall white kids that are blonde. He's cherry blondish.
Oh yeah. Strawberry
with short hair like that. Yours right now, I can see it on him and be fine. The only thing that I might question is his hairline. Because I've never seen, I don't really remember his hairline because he kind of has longer front hair.
Yeah, it's floofy.
Yeah, so I don't remember really seeing his hairline that much. If he has a weird hairline, it'll look funny. But I don't think he does per se. So I think he'll look fine because I've seen guys white guys with short hair like that. And if he doesn't want to go your short, we can just go a March short where it's a 3 on top or a 3.5, a 2.5 on top.
Yeah, that's the safest.
Yeah, if he doesn't want to go too short or something, you can definitely just do a 3 on top and it'll be completely fine.
Yeah.
3 on top, 2 on the sides, call it a day. Not even fade, not even nothing. I think it'll look completely normal. Yeah. Not even Zayn Malik picture that Mark kept showing us because that's way too short, but just normal.
Tristan also already did his time as a bald man, so he's exempt from the balding.
Maybe if we cut his hair, you won't have all the little white strands in his hair or something.
I think it actually would exacerbate the problem.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because it's not already healthy, so all the healthy hair is existing, but then if new one had to grow... He looks good salt and pepper, though. I'm not going to lie.
I don't really remember him beforehand.
That's weird. That's weird.
Wait, when he went bald-ish, we call it bald, did he not have his little salt and pepper issue?
We should ask him. I actually don't remember.
I have the picture, but it looked all black.
It looked all black. It did. All dark brown.
So if you shave his head now, I feel it wouldn't really show. Maybe it'll show, but it looks like just normal white hairs, but...
Well, because when you do that, it looks grayish. It might blend in. We really need to ask him to see.
Because I think it could work for him. Especially if he's taking hair pills or whatever now. I think it might work.
Yeah. But yeah, so check out the Instagram for future bald pics and then future pics of other stuff that we get up to on the channel that we
Tristan
talk about.
never sent the pictures.
We'll get them from him.
I'm gonna go right now.
This cannot be another your sister's wedding.
He lives on the street. I'm gonna go break his legs and be hey, where's the damn picture, boy?
I think also one thing that we can do is that we can post the bathrooms that we go into, pictures of the bathrooms.
You think we'll get in trouble for that?
No. I know people who do restaurants and they're fine. So bathrooms can't be that bad.
But did they ask? They'd be like, hey, can I use your video? Can I use your thingy?
I don't think they did. I think...
But it's a bathroom. Who's going to know a bathroom? Unless we say, this is from X, Y, and Z place. And
we can say what place. Really, it's just supposed to be when we say there's a thing, you can see it, right? So it's a little bit easier to visualize.
Yeah, I guess.
But, Yeah, another venture that we've got going for the channel is me and Ibrahim have officially decided to sell our souls for research and medical
No.
purposes.
Sell our bodies.
Yes, and our souls.
I guess that too.
And our plasma. So, one of our money-making plans is to both donate our plasma.
Our schemes.
And ultimately, all the money that we get from this is so that we can buy more equipment for the podcast so that it doesn't come out of our normal income. I mean, I'm not going to complain about pocketing a couple hundred. You know, that's not going to be bad.
I'm completely fine with that.
But, yeah, new mics, maybe a DSLR so that we can start video. And stuff like that. So
we gotta make a list and see how much this all costs. Look,
I don't think it's gonna cost more than maybe $600, depending on the DSLR. Yeah.
DSLR is gonna be hella
That's
expensive.
everything: the mics and the DSLR.
Brother, one mic is like $130.
Depending on the camera, like if we don't need a crazy one right now, we can just get like a small handheld or something. But not a handheld, with the strap on the side. But Thomas will be able to help us in that department.
Bro, get a GoPro.
They have refurbished cameras.
At the wedding I was at, the dude that was the videographer was literally using a GoPro.
He was probably taking some action shots of the bride.
No, it was as the bride was walking in, he was using a GoPro to record. I'm like, really? You couldn't find like a normal like DSLR or something to work with?
Yeah, that's some janky video.
He had a DSLR for pictures, but he didn't use it for like videos. And I was like, come on,
They
brother.
should have hired Thomas, bro.
He was like some old like Indian dude. I was like, yeah, no, wrong person.
He knows that no one's gonna check that footage.
Yeah.
So plasma is one. What are the other ones?
I'm doing a skin blanching overnight thing in a couple days.
Yes. The overnight stay at the hotel. I do hospital. A survey. I just signed up for a survey about marketing.
Yeah, honestly, like, there's always those, I guess, like TikToks and ads and stuff like that. They're like, you can now make free money sitting at home while taking just surveys.
I hate those.
Those are stupid, and I used to always try them, but I never ever get anything back from it.
Yeah.
And I thought about doing a little video scribing type of thing.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that.
And essentially, it's like you just kind of sit and you listen to, I guess, like 10 minutes of dialogue between you, between someone, either like a video or like an actual just normal dialogue, and you write down, Thomas said this, Billy said this, and then you write down word for word what it is. And they're like, okay, we'll send you an email whenever like you're officially signed up. It's been 19 years. I'm just kidding. It's been like 2 weeks and I have yet to hear anything back. And I'm like, bro, I know for a fact if this was a normal job and everyone was applying, fine. You don't have to email me back. But I know no one's applying to be a scribe right now. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, they're always so oddly shady. I think they're like the bottom of the hole when it comes to like what you can do to make money.
Yeah.
There's actually this program thing you can do like that for Facebook where you can like survey videos to see if they're like need censoring or anything or if they're friendly.
Yeah.
But that job will like take your soul because the weird stuff you have to see and censor, it's so crazy. Sometimes it's just benign, really, really like stupid stuff. And then sometimes you see like very, very gross things or like people getting murdered or like weird stuff. And you gotta censor it. But you have to see it first. And you have to log it and think about it. And it doesn't pay the best. It's like $15 an hour.
Yeah, those are
and you log it by hour.
Yeah, that's the biggest like kicker for me is that for like the scribes or like the videos or whatever, it's by hour and you get paid like 15 like cents like a video.
Oh, what?
It's like something stupid like that. It's like it's based off an hour, but it's like if you do X amount of videos, you get I think it's like 15 cents a video, and each video is like 5 minutes. So you have to do how many videos to get an hour, and then do that and see how much money you actually end up getting in a month.
Weird.
And it's really stupid. That's the only reason why I don't continue looking for jobs like that or like little side gigs for that, just because like there's no money actually being made. And if you think about it, there's no actual money being made.
Yeah.
At least when you do like Uber Eats and like all that stuff, you can make good amount of money for like a mile. $8 is not bad. But for sitting down and listening for 5 minutes, making 15 cents, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, the return doesn't seem solid on that one.
Like everyone's like, oh, I made $11,000. No, you didn't. Shut up. You've been doing it for 14 years. Shut up.
But hey, dude, if another cream company comes along that would,
I think you can low-key still sign up.
That.
I think you can low-key still sign up for the skin blanching thing that I'm doing.
Aren't they already in like?
Well, they've been doing this for the past like year.
Oh,
So I think you might still be able to do it.
I might do that, bro.
Listen, it's $40 for 4 hours, right? You just kind of take a thing, go to Starbucks, sit for 4 hours, come back, and they'll look at you. You'll have a really hot nurse shave your arm hair, and then overnight stay, $400 each time. You're allowed to do it twice.
That's the beauty of that one, man. That's the beauty of that one. Just download a couple of shows on Netflix, go there.
I'm about to
pop a couple melanin pills.
Well, I mean, they have to come in like every 2 hours and like check on the stuff. But
you have to be awake.
You don't have to be awake for all of it, but like every like 2 hours or like 3 hours, they'll come in and just like write down a couple notes and then leave. They provide you with as much food as you want with a bunch of snacks. My sister, when she did it, she goes like, yeah, randomly like 4 a.m. they went and bought everyone pizza, and you stay at a hospital and you get your own hospital room.
Oh, that sounds cool. I'd love a hospital room.
Yeah, and you just kind of sit there. Like if you do it with like a brother or a significant other, I guess you can take Priya with you if you want.
You can like do it together.
Yeah, they'll put you in like the same room,
hey,
like separate beds, but like same
good,
room.
Bro.
Like what my sister and her husband did, they just took their laptops. They like watched videos. He downloaded like Criminal Minds and like just kind of chilled. They ate until they said like enough. They had fridges full of like soda and drinks and stuff.
How long do you have to be there?
Just overnight. I think the one that I'm doing on the 16th, I think is like you check in at 4:30. You do a couple of 4:30 p.m. You do a couple of like tests, like pee in a cup, and then like just some normal information, and then I think you get set up around like 6. Say I don't know how long it takes to do all tests, and then I'm gonna say 4:30. From 4:30 until the next day at midnight, you just stay there. It's not bad.
The next day at midnight?
Yeah, it's from like midnight to technically it's like 24 hours.
Okay, I see.
And so it's that type of idea. They tell you to show up between 4:30 and like 6:30, so you can show up at 6:30 and just be like from 6:30 until the next day. But it's kind of just chilling, bro. You're kind of chilling. You can take your homework. You can take your laptop. Take a charger. They don't allow any outside food. Take some sweats. Go with a backpack. Take a nap. Wake up. Make money.
Hey man, we're out here. We're making money moves. We're trying to make ends meet. I think that's all we can really do. I can't think of anything else. Like my number one problem right now is I'm trying to find how can I make money with the least work possible.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing like an online job, but there's no more online jobs.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be like a scribe, but those are all stupid.
I don't want to do anything like Fiverr or whatever because I'm not good at anything enough to actually like make someone pay me like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's just the most recent money making scheme that we've decided.
There's a job that kind of seems interesting to me where they tell you to go to like a supermarket or something, and then they'll be like, just buy X, Y, and Z, and then see how the cashier treats you, see how like the general area is. When you go to buy the eggs, what does the shelf look like all that type of stuff, and then you just kind of walk out. And they're called like secret shoppers or something like that. Huh. And it's like very easy. Every now and then they'll give you like, hey, go do this, you'll get $40 for it. So you just walk into a store and they'll be like, okay, buy eggs. Okay, go buy eggs. And most of the time, like they'll refund you. They'd be like, I'll buy eggs and like orange juice. Okay, scan that, send it back to it. Oh, okay, that was a total of $10. Here's your $10 back.
Bro, it's like being a secret agent.
Yeah, literally. And then you walk in and be like, okay, customer service was stupid. The cashier didn't even say hello to me. It took too long. The bag was ripped. The eggs were broken. Yada, yada, yada. And then you get up and leave. That's it.
Nice.
But I don't know. Like, I'm still trying to figure out like a good company to do that with, just because all the companies I found look kind of sketchy. That's the issue with half of this like little money stuff is they're all sketchy.
Yeah, you kind of have to maneuver pretty slickly.
Yeah. You gotta just do what's it called research studies. Just do studies. Those are the easiest things to do.
Surveys, yeah.
Studies and like surveys and like lab stuff. Can we test this on you, please? Become the next like lizard man. What's the lizard thing from Spider-Man?
The lizard.
Is it literally just called the lizard?
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, never.
Dang.
I guess I'm sorry. Sorry, father.
But yeah, I think that's all I got today. You got anything else you want to touch on?
No, I'm good. I'm done. I gotta go home and sleep.
Yeah, me too.
Ever since I've gone out of my room and seeing people now, it's like I gotta go home and recharge. After that,
you're not used to the social exposure.
No, yesterday or like 2 days ago when we all hung out as a group, I was like halfway through the hangout, I was like, I'm good to go home now. my battery's dead.
I miss people, but not that much.
Not that much. I'm good, guys. Like, all right, cool and all, but I'm gonna go home. Halfway through my ice cream, I was like, Tristan looks at me, he's like, you good? I'm like, battery's dead. I gotta recharge.
Maybe. Ask me in 24 hours.
Yeah. And I went home and he texted me. He's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good now." He's like, "Okay, cool."
All right. Well, then I guess that's a wrap for this episode. We'll all recharge. Hopefully, you guys also recharge in whatever ways that you do.
Do not get the Rona.
Yeah, don't get the Rona. Unfortunately, the chances are that you will. But fortunately, I have hope. I have hope that you don't.
Do you?
I brought that back. So yeah, be safe out there, guys. Be happy. I hope y'all had a wonderful 2021. And
2022 season.
Here's to a new 2022, y'all.
Hey y'all. Okay, bye.
Bye.